Welcome to Rawson Reports Live. Thank you so much for being here. We have a huge show for you today. We are going to save you so much money on your electric bill, 20 to 30% savings with the hidden hacks around your house, from your kitchen to your laundry room to every room in your house, tips you haven't heard before, plus why your electric bill has been going up so much. It's gone up 267% in the past 5 years. It's gone up 10% just in 2025. I mean, inflation is one thing. This is out of control, these electric bills. You're probably seeing at home, and there is a reason, and we're going to tell you why, and we're going to show you why this is happening. So there are things you can do at home, but there are forces bigger than all of us that are making our electric bills here in the U.S. go up like crazy. We're going to get to that. The Easy Pass USPS text, we've been telling you all about that. You know, those phishing texts that you get saying, oh, you owe toll money, you're delinquent on your account, click this. We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars these scammers have gotten. Well, guess what? Google just figured out who one of them was, one of the groups doing this, and they busted them and brought them down. We're going to tell you all about that. What else do we have? The U.S. penny's gone. The penny is gone. Maybe you heard about that. They printed the last one. We're going to show you the moment that happened. But more importantly, you have all these pennies. Now what? Can you still use them? And what are stores going to do? Things that cost 97 cents, 99 cents, 47 cents. When you add a bunch of stuff up, it comes out to these non-even numbers. So what happens now if you can't use pennies? We're going to tell you what some stores are doing immediately right now that's going to change the way you pay for things. Also, this is a crazy story. We tell you all the time here about romance scams and how men, male scammers try to trick women, and there are female scammers who try to trick men. And they use photos of people, right? Saying that that's me, and, hey, here I am. You're going to hear and see from a guy whose photo has been used to scam victims everywhere. This guy's photo has scammed women everywhere out of a lot of money, and he didn't know about it, and now he does, and you're going to hear him speak out about how he found out, how this happens, and we have tips for you that if you're kind of in a romance on text, it happens, no judgments at all. We're going to show you how to do a search to see if they're telling the truth or not about who they are. Plus, our buddy Pete King is here with all the deals. Let's take a picture. Let's take a shot of Pete, because Pete's here and we love Pete. Pete's our deal hunter.
Hey.
And Pete, you have some amazing deals for us today, right? We're excited.
I do. I'm pretty stoked. I got some good stuff. I'm very excited about it, and we're approaching Black Friday, and the deals are showing. Yep. We're gonna.
That's awesome. So we're gonna get to that. By the way, the other thing Pete is amazing at is finding deals live. So I want you to join the chat right now and tell us what you want a deal on. If you're searching for something and you need a deal, Pete's your man to find it. Write it into the chat. Pete's watching everything, and he has access to it, and he'll go find you a deal for what you want. So start joining the chat. We also have our live product test today too, by the way. It's this garlic mincer. It's this thing right here. And can you see it has little teeth in it like that? And you go like this, and you go like that, and it's supposedly that easy, and you can mince garlic, which I love garlic, and I use it a lot, so it's always annoying to mince it. Well, I have a plate full of garlic, and we have our garlic mincer, and we're going to see if I can just go choo, 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 choo. It doesn't make that sound effect. And we're going to see if it actually works. So that's going to be pretty cool. Before we get to all of that, we have a lot to happen. Please like this video. Hit the little thumbs up button. There's a little heart button too. Love hearts. I love thumbs up and I love hearts. I love any kind of validation that you can give me. I'm talking to my therapist about it. So please like and subscribe. It really, really helps the algorithm and sends us out to as many people as possible. And before we get into all this, because we have a lot of important stuff to get to, including that breaking news of the scam being broken up. Yesterday was my birthday, and you can save the birthday messages. I'm not a big birthday guy, but I wanted to show you this because I drag my family every year to Benihana because they hate Benihana, and I'm obsessed with Benihana, obsessed with the fried rice. And, of course, I wanted to shoot them so they could be embarrassed and get mad at me. That's my daughter, Sloan, always a good sport. My wife and son, not so much. And so, watch what he does here. I go to Benihana all the time. I hadn't seen this one. Boom. How cool is that? I mean, I'm impressed by this stuff. And my son's like, can you get away from me? And they're laughing at me. So this is basically what the Rawson birthday celebration looks like. And before we go, I just have to show you the choo-choo train. Classic choo-choo train. The Benihana choo-choo train. Anyway, show them again. They hate me. Got it. Happy birthday to me. My family went to Benihana. That is the love language. That's how I know they love me. All right, let's get right into it. The breaking news. Google has broken up a major phishing scam that we have talked about here. What's going on, Marion from North Carolina? We have talked about this scam a lot of times. The Easy Pass scam, the toll scam, the USPS delivery scam. You get the text message, and let's call it up on the screen. We've covered this, where they say, hey, you know, here's a thing from the Department of Transportation for one of the states. You have an outstanding toll. Your toll account balance is outstanding. If you fail to pay by March 24th, you will be penalized and subject to legal action. And of course, they give you what looks like a real link to click, right? mn.us. And then it's got some other stuff, which is pretty typical for a website. You click on it saying, oh my God. And then all of a sudden, I mean, they've made tens of millions of dollars from Americans on this scam. Google found out one of the companies doing this, and I mean, companies, scammers, group of scammers doing this, and busted them. They filed a lawsuit, and within 24 hours on their Telegram channels, they were telling everybody, uh-oh, we've been busted. So Google brought them down, and they think they're responsible for a huge amount of these issues. So that's something that's really, really big. But there's something else I want to caution you about. There are a lot of scammers out there doing this. So just because Google brought these people down, you may still get it. Never, ever, ever click on that link. We actually have another text from New York State that shows you what it's supposed to look like. So that's the example scam text on the left. That's the real one on the right. Look, I'm glad New York did this. It's helpful. But at the end of the day, you know, scammers can just as easily mimic this real one too. So here's my advice to you. Instead of you sitting there being like, which one's real? Which one's fake? Don't click on any links you get unsolicited in a text. If you get something from Easy Pass New York or from whatever state you're living in and it says this, don't click onto their actual website yourself, not through the text. Go onto a URL yourself and go into your account, and you'll see if there's a problem. Don't ever click on these. So that's my official advice to you. So even if it's real, you're not going to know. You're not going to know because you're not an expert, and you can't be expected to be one. So just don't click on it. Let's talk about electricity bills now. This is huge. Electricity bills, and you probably noticed this, at my house, it has gotten insane. I got my bill a few days ago. It was literally $600. I don't understand how in the world that happened. It used to be like $300. It has definitely doubled, probably in the past like year and a half. But it's really nuts. I don't know what your bill is. Let us know what your bill is in the chat. It's gone up 10% in 2025. It's gone up 267% in the past 5 years. It's outrageous. And you think to yourself, it's the electric companies being greedy and trying to sneak in all these extra surcharges. Now, there is some of that happening. There's no question about it. But there's another reason why this is happening, and it's AI. Yeah, it's AI. You want to blame someone? Blame Google, blame OpenAI, blame Amazon, blame Facebook, Instagram, Meta, who owns them. They are building data centers all over the country that use more power than some cities. Okay? Let me repeat that. They are building data centers to handle all of our internet traffic and AI searches, which take so much computing power that they're using more than a city in a day. And you're paying for it. You're paying for it, and I'm paying for it. And we think, oh, it's in the cloud. That all takes energy. And I didn't even realize the enormity of this until I saw this clip about why we're paying so much. And in a minute, we're going to bring you inside of a data center so you can actually see what's really going on and why your bills are so high. But first, let's roll clip one.
Between 2021 and 2024, the number of data centers nationwide nearly doubled. And that's because companies like Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, and Google have decided to invest billions on technology that requires an enormous amount of computing power.
What does it take to win?
For AI, that means you've got to have
the most powerful training compute. Training compute is kind of like the engine. This horsepower of the engine.
We are basically all in on this. We're building multiple multi-gigawatt data centers.
Many factors determine what we pay for electricity, but to understand how data centers are making it more expensive, it's important to know that the price that utility companies pay for power is set in regional markets. The biggest of those is a market known as the PJM.
They had a big, what's known as a capacity auction last year. Last year's capacity auction broke all records.
And what happened last summer in the auction is the prices went up by 800%, a massive increase in costs.
David Lapp represents ratepayers in Maryland, another PJM state. He explained to me that when utilities have to pay a higher capacity price, they pass it on to consumers in the form of supply charges. According to the PJM's independent monitor, data centers were responsible for 63% of last year's price increase.
We saw customers with bills $900, over $1,000. It's unfathomable that they are having to pay higher rates to support wealthy corporations building data centers.
And it's not just PJM. We're seeing this happen across the country. We're seeing data center loads from coast to coast. It's affecting every energy market.
Yeah, and look, you can't fully just blame the companies. And look, I'm the first to blame the big tech companies, but we're the ones who want the AI. We're the ones who want the computing power. We're the ones with more videos and photos that we want to put into the cloud. And look, I'm guilty of this too. I'm like, oh, it just goes up there and it's fine. But no, it's actually costing us a ton of money. I have a whole host of hidden hacks that you can do around your house to bring down your bill. I'm going to show you those in just a moment, because there are things you can do. Even with all of this going on, you can lower your bill by 20 to 30% if you follow my hacks. And I'm going to bring those to you in just a moment. But first, on these data centers, I just found this clip as we were about to go on the air, and I wanted to show it to you because it is insane. Bloomberg Originals got access into a real-life data center, which no one is ever allowed in because it has all of our most sensitive information. I mean, all of our stuff is passing through. But to give you an idea of how much power of ours that they're using our power to do it, and they're charging us. I want you to see this because it's really, really nuts. It's rare access. Clip 1B, please.
Do I need to do my...
Yes, always.
Okay. This is severance.
We won't leave you alone in here.
Okay.
After you.
All that security means we have a huge entourage following our every step into the heart of the data center.
You use your phone every day. You use your computer, you watch the TV, you call your friends or family. So every time you do this type of actions, you use a data center. When we think about the cloud, we think it's virtual, it's imaginary, but in fact, it's actual cables, it's hardware and energy.
I mean, how much power do you guys need?
In this campus, we're around 45 megawatts, so it's almost like a city or even more.
Wow.
So there's a lot of challenges on power and cooling.
Look at all that.
Should I get this?
Yeah, it's almost like standing near the airplanes.
Why is it so loud?
A lot of cooling, a lot of air. So a lot of air means a lot of noise. So.
It's where all of our information is stored, places like this. All your private info. And you send photos and videos, texts, AI searches.
I can just feel it. Yes.
The heat.
Yes. You can basically dry a clothes here, yeah.
This is perfect.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Right. Traditional CPUs consume 40 to 50, maybe 70 watts of electricity. New GPUs are graphical processing units that are needed for things like artificial intelligence. They use 10 to maybe even 20x the amount of energy as a traditional CPU.
So how much power does this one room use in a single day?
5 megawatts.
5 megawatts.
Yes.
Wow.
5 megawatts is enough to power over 4,000 French homes for a day.
Are you going to expand? You need more?
Yes, we always need more.
Yeah, that was the critical part. I wanted to end on that. Yes, we always need more. They are going to keep doing this, which means our bills are going to go up because there's only a certain amount of power to be had. And you know how supply and demand works, right? The supply is going down because the AI data center is using it. Demand is going up, prices go up. And that's why we're paying so much. But there are things you can do at home right now that will lower your bill. So I wanted to give you that context so you kind of know what's going on because I found it fascinating. What can you do about it? I have a whole host of tips. Number one, time of day. Remember back in the day, and I just turned 49. Maybe you heard it's my birthday. I just turned 49. Back in my day, my mom used to yell at us for calling my grandma. We lived in New York, calling my grandma down in Florida before 5 p.m. That's when the rates went down. What are you doing calling her at 4 o'clock? The rates go down at 5. There's prime time. It's not like that anymore, but it is like that for electricity. For power, it is. There are times of the day that you are spending more for electricity. Why? Because during the day, everyone is using their air conditioners. Everyone, now it's winter, is using their heat. Everyone is using heaters and all that. And so that's when the big draw is. So they charge you more to use it then versus at night. So I want you to use appliances at night, not in prime time. A TikToker broke this down really nicely. Clip number 2.
Our electric company is going to hate me for exposing this. Hey, you ready for bed? Not quite. I need to start a load of laundry and run the dishwasher. Let's just do it in the morning. Can't. That'll be more expensive. What do you mean? Electricity is charged at different rates throughout the day. There are cheaper hours and more expensive hours. Oh, so it's more pricey and they charge more when the demand is higher? Correct. So generally the peak hours for electricity charges are in the late afternoon and evening. So roughly 4 to 9 p.m. is the most expensive. Yep, the cheapest time is generally 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. But I'm guessing it's probably different based on where you live. It definitely can be. It's best to check with your local provider for the exact schedule. Got it. And what appliances are best to run during these off-peak hours? I'd start with your washing machine and dishwasher.
Yep, those are good. By the way, these are all vetted tips. Rawson Reports checks every one of them. We don't bring you anything that's not true. That is 100% true. You should actually be doing loads of laundry overnight. You should be running your dishwasher overnight. These are things that, if over time, it may not sound like a lot, but they really, really help. One thing you probably shouldn't do, though, because it could be a fire hazard, is anything that produces heat, you should not run overnight. So yes, run the washing machine overnight, but my advice would be do not run your dryer overnight because it produces heat. There could be a lint fire, and you either want to not be in the house or you want to be awake when that happens, if it were to happen, and not while you're sleeping. I also did a ton of research on something called phantom power. So what is phantom power? When you walk around your house, you're looking at a bunch of things that look like they're off, right? Like your toaster oven, your air fryer, my water filter, my water bottle thing, my cable box, my TV's off right now behind me. But they're not actually off. They are all drawing a little bit of power, because when you need them and you turn it on, they're ready to go. Same with your oven that may have a clock on it. It's ready to go on your command. That means it's drawing power, and they are sucking money. So there are things you can do and little gadgets you can buy to know what's drawing the most power in your house, and also how to not have phantom power be a draw. There are things you can do for that too. When I did a lot of stuff for television, and one of my TV pieces that I did was about phantom power, so I wanted to show that to you. That's clip number 3. You can buy one of these electricity usage monitors on Amazon. They cost about $30, and they're really cool. You can plug whatever you want into it, your coffee maker, your air fryer, whatever you want, and it'll tell you how much wattage it's using. Some versions of this will even tell you how much money it's costing you over time. I've actually plugged one of these in over here. This is my son Blake's computer, 66 watts, 65, 64. This is nuts. Yep, it's costing me on my monthly bill too. But get this, if you don't want to buy a monitor, there are other ways to figure out which devices are costing you. Most newer electronics suck what's called phantom power. Basically, even when they're off, they're still using power. Why? Because we love convenience, right? We want to be able to, on a TV remote, for example, just hit on and the TV come right on. That means the TV is sort of sitting in that in-between and taking a little bit of power. Appliances, right? Anything with a clock on it like this. All I have to do is do this, and it's waiting for me to tell it, 350, start, right? Anything that's just waiting is taking power away and costing money. Experts say what you should really be doing to save the most money is unplug everything when you go on vacation. Unplug it when you aren't using that. Oh, come on. We're not running around our house unplugging everything all the time. So here's the next best thing, and it's pretty cool. It's called a smart plug. It connects to Wi-Fi. You can buy a 4-pack of these, so 4 of these for just 25 bucks. Not bad. You plug this into the wall, then you plug your TV, your coffee maker, whatever you want into this, and this is gonna take less power from the wall and give less power to your electronics when you're not using them. Now this does use a little power, but it's so insignificant, it's the best way to go, and you can save up to $200 a year. Yeah, you can save a lot of money with the Phantom Power. And if you buy those little gadgets and you see how cheap they are, you can really... Some other hacks I found, I mentioned the smart thermostat. Two other ones that I love is your vents. In your house, make sure you close the vents of rooms that you're not using. Even during the day, if your kids are at school or there's a guest room that you're not using, get a little step stool and just blip. Just close the vents, close them right up. So that way that air is going to get forced into the rooms you're actually living in, and you're not going to have to run the heat for as long or the AC for as long, depending on the season. The other piece of advice that's based on season is with your ceiling fan. So did you know that you should actually be changing the direction of your ceiling fan based on whether it's summer or winter? So you want it to go in the winter, because we're in winter now, you want it to go clockwise. You want it to go clockwise in the winter because that pushes the cold air down. And just look on your remote. There's on all the newer ceiling fan remotes, there's a reverse button. And then, of course, it's counterclockwise in the summer because that pushes the cold air down. You want the hot air to come down in the winter. So clockwise in the winter, counterclockwise in the summer. This next story is insane. And by the way, coming up, keep writing in because we are going to be finding you deals live. The best deals happening on Amazon right now. We are going to find them. We already found some for you. Some amazing. I mean, I have the list here. Some electronics, great gifts for the holidays as Black Friday approaches. But we do something special here at Rawson Reports. We amp it up. We take your requests live and we find you the best deals. So that's coming up in just a moment. Plus, our live product test, the garlic mincer, is standing by. We'll see if this thing actually works. But we try it before you buy it. We've told you about romance scams. This is insane. I've never seen this before. What do scammers do to trick women into, giving them money and everything? They use photos of good-looking guys, and they say, this is me. For some reason, they've latched on to this one guy, and they use his photo to trick women around the world. And now he's finally speaking out. Of course, he had no idea about this. It's not his fault. They've stolen his image and they keep using him, but he's the face of these scams. And he spoke with ABC News. Let's roll clip number 6. This is nuts.
This is so rampant, not just with my photos, but with other people too.
When California fitness trainer Scott Cole scrolls through social media,
this was me in France.
The 63-year-old says he often sees his own profile photo being used in bogus profiles.
Waterford, Ireland.
Cole says this has been happening for more than a decade on multiple sites.
Here my likeness was being used to do something really awful.
Cole's one of thousands of Americans affected by online romance scams. The FBI reports $50 billion in losses from similar schemes between 2020 and 2024.
There are a number of people that I've talked to directly whose images are being used to lure in unsuspecting people.
One of those people fooled by a Cole impersonator was Jennifer Lisa.
I was skeptical in the beginning, but his profile was very, very large.
Soon, Lisa built an online relationship with the imposter using Cole's photos. But when the man said he needed money in connection with his job, she got suspicious. She did a reverse image search online and realized someone was pretending to be Cole.
There really is no end in sight for someone like him, because the people who have the power to make this stop are not going to make it stop.
After ABC News reached out to TikTok, it took down 4 fraudulent profiles using Cole's photos. LinkedIn told us it proactively detects and removes fake accounts. Meta did not get back to us.
I'd love for technology to catch up and help stop this from going on.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I mean, I know he feels guilty about it. He's done nothing wrong, of course. But the fact they had a woman who was actually tricked by his photo there, and there are countless of them. So how do you figure out if you're in the, and again, no judgments at all. A lot of people meet people on text and online. How do you know if the photos they're sending you and who they say they are is actually who they are? Thank you very much, Linda, for the happy birthday. Appreciate it. Keep your comments coming. I read all of them. I'm doing this. I'm talking to you, and I'm reading your comments as well. I was look at this comment. I was almost romance scammed, but I caught on quick. Thank God. I was on a dating app too. The reverse image search. Wow, it's almost like we planned this, because that's exactly what I want to show you. Well, first of all, we're going to show you how to do a reverse image search in just a second. Here's how you spot a romance scam. The wrong number text, right? They write to you and they say, oh, is this the right number? It's just to lure you in and to see if you're a sucker, to see if you're active, to see if you'll write back. They will rush you off dating apps and into direct messaging. And they do it, and they live far away. They say they're traveling, but I want to come see you. There's no need for you to be on the apps anymore. That leads right into the love bombing. They're on top of you. They're on top of you. They're on top of you, but they don't ask you for anything yet. They wait. That's why it's called a pig butchering scam, because they basically round you up and they keep you there and they get you all fat and happy and with love bombing and they don't ask you for anything. So you're like, this is not a scam. And then boom, one day, 2 months later, they need money for an emergency or an investment opportunity. So that's the way you can tell. Now, here's how you can find out if the photo they send you is some BS photo that's all over the internet that's been used 1,000 times. So I want you to go to Google and you do a reverse image search. You go to Google Lens. You see that little icon to the right of the search bar? It's called Google Lens. You hit upload a file. And I just did this. I uploaded a file of me and my daughter, and look what it did. It automatically found other photos of me and my daughters in that same exact pose. And then you can do a little more. You can go to the exact matches, and it tells you where it popped up. I think I went over to what I do here. Yeah, visual images, and it tells you where it's from. So this is something that you should do immediately. Whenever you get a photo of somebody that you don't know, I want you to go to Google Lens. And again, it's that little image right next to the search bar to the right, looks like a little camera, and upload their photo. See where else this lives online, because that actually can save you a lot of money and aggravation and, of course, getting scammed. And you can also, the website itself is images.google.com. Images.google.com if you don't want to hit that icon. Really quick, before we get to our deals on our live product test, I want to talk about the U.S. penny, because a lot of you have been writing into me saying, they stopped making the penny, but I have a ton of pennies. What do I do now? We're going to get to that, and some retailers are already making a change, but there's an issue with the law in some states. I'm going to get into all of it, but first, I want to show you the moment they stopped making the penny for good. Clip number 7, Sam.
This is the last one. 3, 2, 1.
And the Bonero.
And I just want to welcome everybody to this historic city of Philadelphia for this historic event, the striking of the last penny. As public servants, it's our responsibility to steward public resources with prudence and transparency. However, over the last decade, the American taxpayers have been repeatedly shortchanged. I want you to think about this. Just over the last 10 years, production for a single penny has tripled while the demand has plummeted. The cost savings of ending penny production will save the American taxpayer approximately $56 million a year in just production cost alone.
Yeah, because they use the copper costs have gone up. And even though pennies used to be all copper, and it's been many years with it, it's not all copper. It's like a thin layer of copper, but it still costs a lot of money. Guess what it costs to make 1 penny? 3.7 cents. So the penny is worth 1 cent. It costs 3.7 cents to make the penny. So that's obviously why they got rid of it. Listen to how much it costs to make the dime. It costs 6 cents to make a dime. So it sounds really expensive, right? There's still 4 cents of margin there, but they're keeping the dime for now, not the penny. The question is, what happens now? You have pennies. They are still legal tender. They're not being made anymore, but it's going to take years to get them out of circulation. And what about prices? You buy, even if stores were to change the prices of things, it could add up to uneven numbers. And then how do you pay? So, for example, the gas station chain Quick Stop has already made a change. They're rounding down prices, which is kind of cool. They're rounding down prices to the nearest 5 cents. And if they owe you change, they're rounding it up. So for a little while at Quick Stop, you're going to make some money. Here's clip number 8 of what
Now
they're
that
doing.
the U.S. has stopped making pennies, retailers are scrambling to adjust. Gas stations, fast food chains, and big box stores are rounding cash transactions, and it could potentially eat into their profits. Retail groups tell Reuters that they're frustrated by the lack of guidance from the Trump administration, forcing many to round down to avoid customer backlash. Some chains like Quick Trip have a new policy for cash transactions to be rounded down to the closest 5 cents. So if something is $1.99, a cash-paying customer would pay $1.95 instead.
Yeah, so $1.99 goes to $1.95, and if they owe you if they owe you $19.24 back in change, they'll give you $19.25 in change. So pennies will be used like that for a little while. It is still legal tender, and it's going to take years. But here's the problem: there are at least 10 states. What is it? 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, at least 10 states where it is illegal to round prices, and these rules are in effect to protect you, the consumer. But now it's going to hurt us, because now what are these retailers supposed to do if they can't? Pennies aren't supposed to be used anymore. So here are the states where they forbid rounding up and down: Connecticut, Delaware, Michigan, Oregon, Tennessee, New York, Miami. I guess. And then these are cities: Philadelphia, Miami, and Washington, D.C. are some cities where it's not allowed. You're not allowed to round up and down. So it's going to be a bumpy road at retailers. But yes, you can still use your pennies, and it's going to be years until you don't see a penny anymore. All right, you guys ready for some live deals? Oh yeah, you've been writing it. I've been looking at 13.8 cents to make a nickel, but actually save more to get rid of the nickel. Interesting. It is our Friday deal time. Pete King is here, our deal hunter. Pete, what's going on? Are you stretching?
I am. I'm getting ready.
Calisthenics before big deals.
It's go time now.
All right, so you guys have been writing in with requests of the deals that you want Pete to bring up. You want Pete to find you deals. He's going to find them, and we're going to get to those. So keep writing into the chat and let us know what you want from Pete. Pete is here to serve, as am I. We are here to serve you. And but you brought some amazing deals with you today, just to kind of get us going, right? And the first one, AirPods, which is a huge, great present. What do you got?
Yeah, this is the AirPods 4. They're the latest standard AirPods set that Apple sells, and they're at a record low price right now for $85, down from $130. That's 35% off, and that's a deal that you don't normally see for Apple products. So these they're always a hit gift item for any time of year, any person really, like from your kids at age 10 to 12 up to your grandparents. It's a no-brainer, easy, slightly more expensive gift option for people, but still $85, best deal you're gonna see on AirPods 4 for the year. Go get them. They're available at Amazon. They're also available at Target, Walmart, and Best Buy at this price.
Oh, wow. So there's like a fire sale on AirPods. That's pretty cool. And the cool thing is when you get somebody AirPods, they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. You spent so much money on me. They have no idea that you got 35% off. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
The next one you brought is a portable power station. Now this is on the expensive end, $700, normally $1,500. So a huge discount. But what does this thing do? 53% off.
Yeah, so it's definitely a niche item, but interestingly, people who are interested in the deal space, I've learned, are really also into like apocalypse preparation and disaster prep. So I figured it was one worth bringing up. This thing will power your whole home. It's got plenty of power. It's like an alternative to a generator. If you run out of power, especially people in the South who have to deal with hurricanes, this is a really great option to have as a backup. You can power your anything from like your laptops to your space heaters, and anything in between. It has several ports for AC power as well as USB. So your electronics devices, but also your like normal plug-in wall power. It'll get you through a day, and it's a really good price at 53% off.
That's great. Good one. Back to electronics, MacBook Air. You got a MacBook Air deal, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, another one, another Apple deal, $750 for 2025 MacBook Air. This is the M4 chip. It's a really great price for $750. I know some, people maybe like entering college for the next semester, and this is a really good option for folks in that arena. Also, just in general, if you're looking for a new laptop or you're gifting a laptop for Christmas.
25% off. And your recommendation is to kind of jump on this deal. Do you think it'll go down more before Black Friday, or is this the time to grab it?
I don't imagine that this model will go on a deeper discount than $750. You might see some other MacBook Pros or other MacBooks in various lines, like maybe a MacBook Pro go down at a discount, but $750 is a pretty good price for this MacBook Air. I would, if you're in the market, I wouldn't recommend necessarily waiting around for this particular model to get at a better discount.
Very cool. The next one, and by the way, we're getting to your live requests in just a minute, so keep those comments coming about what you want us to find deals for you on. Ninja Blender. You have a great Ninja Blender deal.
Yeah. So in my experience, seeing a premium Ninja Blender at anywhere under $100 is a really good deal and something that people should typically jump on, even if it doesn't include accessories like these to-go cups. So $80 for this BL660 professional compact blender is a really great deal. And it comes with these extra to-go cups. So you blend your smoothie or your what have you. You can quickly put it in these to-go cups for on-the-go snacking. This is
cool.
Yeah, this is a great price.
Nice job on that one. A few more. Electric lint remover, $5, and it says in my notes that this changed your life.
Yeah, I know, it's wild. So I mainly put this in kind of as a novelty in a sense, but like anybody who hasn't gotten a fabric shaver lint remover like one of these, just go for it. This is 50% off. It's really hard to find them at like a $5 price range. So having this coupon code that's available to get it down another 50% off from this $9.99 deal is really great. When I bought one, I paid like $8 for it at a TJ Maxx. So $5. I actually convinced my parents to get this particular model back in May, and they have it and they love it. For those of you who aren't aware, if you wear like a sweater or a sweatshirt or even like a blanket, they have a tendency to pill. Those pills run up, and it kind of makes it feel like it's like worn in and used. These lint removers remove those safely and make your garment like it's brand new again. And it's wonderful. Again, it's like.
Sorry about that. How do you get the $5? How do you get the extra 50% off again? Is there a coupon like scroll down?
Yeah, there's a promo code available. We can so if you it's a little complicated. So basically with Amazon, when you go to your payment screen, you select your payment, and then there's an option for adding a promo code. And there's this promo code YPAXS5FM. And you just add that in.
I'm writing that down.
We
got to put that in the comments. Hold on. Say that for me one more time. What is it again?
Yeah. YPAXS5FM.
Okay. YPAXS5FM.
Yep, that's right. And it'll drop it
All right,
down
cool.
from $9.99.
My team is listening. Let's put that into the comments so everyone knows that promo code. All right, let's go to the LG monitor for $200. Pretty good deal.
Yeah, this is a very good deal. A few months ago, I was searching for a 4K monitor, and I couldn't find one used at this price range. So $199 for a 32-inch 4K monitor, especially for a brand like LG, is a really, really good deal. If you're looking for a computer monitor for your home desk setup, get one of these. Get 2 of them. Get 3. It's like the best price that I have seen in the last year for something at this quality. And it's LG. It's a really good brand. These also have built-in speakers. So, you know, I can't speak to the quality of a speaker for a monitor, but it's a nice to have thing on the go. So on the fly, rather, I guess you would say. $200, very good price.
Very cool. And your final one before we get to the live requests, a king size mattress.
Yeah,
this is $99. What?
$95 for a hybrid
$95.
mattress. Yeah, so this is available on Woot. There's actually several different sizes of the mattresses available, and they range from about $75 up to $128. My preference, honestly, would be going for the 128 model, which is a king mattress that's full memory foam. I'm not a fan personally of like the hybrid mattresses, but that is also what is the trending style right now. Like, you know, there was a period where the all memory foam mattresses were like the thing to get, and now it's kind of gone into the hybrid zone. So $95 for a 12-inch hybrid mattress, king size. It's, you know, it's very, very good price. I don't think I've ever seen a mattress for this inexpensive. Also, they're rated 4.3 out of 5 stars. And the thing that I think is the funniest about it is if you go to the listing on Woot, they have a limit of 10 per customer. So you can't buy more than 10.
People are probably reselling them.
Yeah,
I mean, that's another way to make money on this stuff.
People who list homes like Airbnb or Vrbo might buy these in mass and get them for their listings. That was another one I was thinking about.
Really
but
smart.
Smart. I think that also speaks to the quality of these mattresses. If they have like such a if they have so many people buying these that they have to limit the amount that people purchase, I think that speaks to the quality of them.
Absolutely. That's really cool. And by the way, that's Woot, WOOT. That's like it's a company run by Amazon. It's like a it's an online retailer run by Amazon, WOOT. We will have links to all of these in our video description. So don't you worry about that. And then we have gotten some, I'm just going in here. We have gotten some requests. So I'm going in. Esther Sims is asking about HP computers. And I understand that can you find the deal for her on that? I know you've been kind of working on that.
We already got a couple of options. Yes, there is a Best Buy deal for an HP OmniBook 5 Flip for $340 right now.
There we go.
Yep, that's right. That's a pretty good price, 32% off. Yep, that's available. Yep, and it's available on Best Buy. At Best Buy, $340 for that OmniBook 5 Flip. There are a couple of options also available on Walmart.com. 50% off, which puts them at the $500 range. So that's a slightly higher end HB, but they're also you know, a higher percentage off at about 50% off. There's an OmniBook 5 16-inch. The previous one was a 14-inch. This is a 16-inch. And then there's an HP Victus 15.5-inch that's also available for $500. And those are both about 50% off. Both all of those are very good deals. Vetted, I would say, worth this price range at this time. I don't necessarily think that you should like wait around. If you're in the market to get one, this is a pretty good price to get it at.
All right, cool.
Also, I wanted to mention.
Yeah, go.
Oh, just on the side, you went to Benihana for your birthday. I also went to Benihana for my birthday this year.
Yes.
Benihana
By the way, worst service ever. It is a 2-hour extravaganza, and by the way, only 30 minutes of that is enjoyable. But the 30 minutes of it that's enjoyable to me is very enjoyable.
Yeah. I remember when we got there, we had to wait for our entire party to show up, and it was like 7 people, and we had 5 of the 7 for a good 20 minutes before our last 2 showed up, and then they sit us down, and you have to wait for another like 30 minutes before anybody actually starts serving.
No,
you.
it's
like,
so crazy. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. But you know what? I love it, and my family hates it so much. They also hate the way they smell when they come out of it. Because the Benihana gets all over your clothes, but they go for me, and that's how they show their love. All right, Eileen I'm so glad. I feel a kinship to you even more now. Eileen Corsick asked about room air cleaners, a purifier.
Oh yeah, air purifiers. So right now, Woot also we're showing a lot of deals from Woot right now. Has a Shark. It's a Shark RUA205. This is a what do they call it? It's basically like a refurbished model, but it's available at $70. And again, refurbished. It's practically brand new. The best way to look at it is like it's maybe an open box item, but typically it's something that was never open to begin with, and you might as well treat it as if it's brand new. This is an even deeper discount than what Amazon is offering the same thing for at $89. So getting it at $70 is a very good deal.
All right, let's do one more. Janet's asking about an electric chainsaw. We'll look at that. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Somebody was asking about a digital picture frame.
Yeah, there are a few options I found. There was this
one at Walmart, right?
Yeah, Walmart has a 21.5 inch for $45. This is a pretty good price. It's down 63% off from, I believe, $120. It doesn't have, the one thing that I didn't love about it is it doesn't have the like kind of standard look of a picture frame. So I also had another option available at Walmart that was a 10 inch. And that's like typically like more of the range that people are looking for, like size wise. You can like set on your table. And that one is available for that one's $36. And that is about 52% off for that one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, good. Yeah.
And it looks nice.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30. Is this the $36 one? Yeah.
Yeah, that one's 36.
Yep. Can you see the price?
Yeah, the good thing about that one is it has 32 gigabytes of memory on board, so you can actually put it in without having to buy an additional like SD or micro SD card.
All right, very cool. Keep your comments coming. Ask us what you want because we file these away and we will continue looking for you for deals. Pete is on our comments all day too, and I will be as well. And we're here to help you. And we'll also put it onto our list for the next time we talk to Pete as well. A couple of people are really quick before we go. We've had a few people asking about coffee makers. There's another one, coffee makers. Can you quickly go find us a coffee maker deal? While you're doing that, Pete, we're going to do our live product test. We'll do our live product test while Pete's looking for that. So you can keep working. Madison, Aaron, my producers are here as they always are for our live product test. This is a garlic mincer. Hey, what's going on, girls? How are you doing? Ladies.
Hello.
Sorry, not girls. So the way this thing works is you put the garlic in there, you twist it supposedly, and it minces. Here, let's roll that clip, Sam. Roll the clip.
The person who invented this deserves a promotion and a raise. Using a knife to mince garlic was not only troublesome, but also left garlic bits all over the counter. This press and twist garlic chopper is so much more convenient. Just place a garlic clove inside, twist it a few times, and it turns directly into minced garlic. Add a little vinegar and soy sauce, and you instantly have a dipping sauce. Put a piece of ginger inside, twist it a couple of times, and it grinds into fine ginger juice or minced ginger, very smooth. The best part is, orders placed today come with free shipping. Smart people have already taken action.
Smart people? I'm a
smart people. So no one on this call has taken action yet. So it's $11.39. That's what I paid for it. We're gonna see if this thing works. I have a plate of garlic.
Mince away.
I'm gonna mince. So let me move this down as we do. Here's the mincer. I'm gonna put some of the. I'll put some.
Peel before you.
Yes,
put it
you
in
have to. Right, because we're mincing garlic. This is not a peeler; it's a mincer.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna put it. I think that's good, right? You think that's good?
It does look like potato salad.
Okay, so we're gonna put that in.
Right,
then you put this. So that's there. I'm gonna put this on top. I gotta pull. Ugh, you gotta crack it down. Okay. Ow. Hold on. There was just a hard edge.
Did you mince yourself?
Yeah, there's an errant piece of plastic there that just cut me. Can you see it? Hold on a minute. Can you see it?
God.
That's not good.
That just stuck me. Ouch. That really hurt, actually. Hold on.
Ooh.
I just cracked it
Oh my
off.
god.
Yeah, it's like
Oh
something
my
from the
God.
production line. All right, hold on. So I'm mincing it. I'm back to mincing.
Okay.
I mean, I hear it tearing it up. Do you see it?
Well, yeah, it just
All
tore
right, here
you
we go.
up.
Here we go. It did it.
Well, yeah, but
It minced.
now
Just
like,
hurt you in the process.
but now I have Jeff in my minced garlic.
No, I mean,
minced you as well.
It minced me. So we have that. But what I do want to know about, I was actually wondering, because sometimes you have those were like small garlic cloves, but what about like big ones? Like, so we know it works on the small one. Should we test the big one? Let's see if it's.
Yeah,
let's see
I
if
was
it's
gonna
not-
ask if you have to
Your
like,
finger
blend
handle
it all
it?
out perfectly.
Here, I'm gonna try big. Here are some. I put some big cloves in here. Those were really small. So let me. You gotta like. You have to do this. You have to like pull it tight together to really get it like the teeth. Okay. You have to
Multiple
put some
people
effort
are
into this.
commenting that this looks like drug paraphernalia.
That it looks
Like
what?
a grinder of a different kind.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a weed.
I didn't
It's a
wanna
weed
say
grinder.
anything, but that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I have no idea what any of that
It
is.
worked. It worked.
All I know is 3 people have commented on it.
All right, it's a weed grinder apparently. No, it's so anyway. It does work. It does work. I don't know. Like I hate mincing garlic, and maybe you hate mincing weed. I don't know, but this thing does work. $11.39. We'll put the link in the bio for that as well. But it works. Pete,
I don't love it.
how are we doing
I don't
on the?
like it.
You can get
I
them
don't
at
like
any
it.
local dispensary. Sorry, I live in
Wait, before we
California.
go-
It's like very common here.
Wait, before we go,
I
Pete,
got that deal.
you found the coffee maker?
I did.
What do you
It's
got?
a limited
Speaking
time.
of pot, how's that coffee
limited...
pot deal?
Oh God.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
limited time right now. Just went live this morning. There's a K Express Keurig maker, coffee maker at
Yeah,
Walmart.
we're on a text chain, and
right
Pete just
now.
sent this to us. Here it is. Yep.
Yeah, that's a really good price right now at $45, down from $80. Keurig standard brand. You're not going to find a price like this anywhere else right now, and it's a limited time deal. So if you are looking for one, you better jump on this one.
All right. Good job, Pete. Hello from West Virginia. What's going on, Heather? Pete, thank you so much as always. I appreciate it. Keep your comments coming. And Pete, we'll see you soon. And by the way, fellow Benihana brother, we're going together next year for our birthdays. Aaron Madison, thank you so much for everything. And thank you for watching. We will see you again on Monday, but we are with you all weekend. Make sure to check out all of our content on Rossum Reports. We post every single day with money-saving hacks, real-time scam alerts, everything you need to know as well. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern.